hair formula or hair product advanced. So while I'm here, let me take these off because I need to fix my hair. While I'm here formulating and sample making for the new peptide mask that's releasing on March 1st, by the way. I'm also here making 2 curl definition gel samples for one of my clients over on our formulation and product labeling and product manufacturing side, which is called Surmount Manufacturing Group. Over there, I'm able to formulate products. I literally build custom formulas for clients to then make that their intellectual property. So they hire me as a chemist to literally create a formulation for them. And then they take that formulation and either they allow us to produce the products or they take it to a third party, which would be considered a contract manufacturer, which I am as well. And then they get the product produced, but they own their formula, which the exciting part about that is there's not a lot of African-American cosmetic chemists in this space. And a lot of times as an African-American, we don't get the access to a lot of the people who do these things and the people who actually understand how to produce products for ethnic or textured hair. Majority of the time, products are not created for textured hair. They're created for other races and other nationalities. And then we make them adapt the product to formulate or fix it for our hair. Where for me, I actually start from the groundwork of understanding textured hair because I am still a licensed cosmetologist. And then I'm able to utilize that knowledge and the experience and then my education in cosmetic chemistry to now go in and produce a formulation or formulate and produce a product that a customer or a client is able to now make it their own and take it into whatever place they want. Walmart, retail, online, whatever the case may be. So you guys are in for a treat today because I'm actually in formulation mode today. I'm not bottling any product. We already finished bottling product. So you guys will get to see 2 different situations happening. One being the mask formula and then the other being the curl definition gel formula. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Now, some of the stuff I already have measured out for our advanced follicle repair mask. This is actually a new product that is a part of our African Goddess Peptide collection. As you guys know, if you were on live yesterday, we were talking all about peptides and we were talking about what peptides do for the hair and how peptides have really changed the game. They've revolutionized the game when it comes on to advanced science-backed technology that is used in hair care or beauty products. Let me just say in cosmetics or personal care space. So I actually have my mask already formulated. So this is our mask. And I am going to be adding in all of the actives that make this into our advanced follicle repair mask that is a part of the African Goddess collection. So if you know anything about the African Goddess collection, it looks just like this. I was showing you guys this the other day. It's a part of our collection that I launched on Juneteenth, which is the reason why the color variation is the way that it is. And I wanted to really emphasize the love within our people. You know, if you know anything about the colors, red is for the blood, yellow is for the sun, green is for the earth or the grass. I wanted to really emphasize that on the packaging for this particular collection. And because I launched this collection on Juneteenth, it was super important that I made sure that the identity of this collection was not skewed in any way, shape, or form. So this particular collection has GHKCU copper tripeptide 1 as one of the main actives in it. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. Can you guys see this? How much do you think this little bit of, well, in this world, this is actually a lot for one product. But in this particular form, this is considered a liposome. So we actually make this liposome in-house, right? And I want you guys to really tell me, how much do you think this amount of GHKCU copper tripeptide 1 liposome costs? I want you guys to guess how much you think this costs. This is about a teaspoon of GHKCU copper tripeptide 1. And this teaspoon is way more than enough needed for the product. It's over the amount that's needed for the product. But I want you guys to type in the chat, comment in the chat and tell me, how much do you think this little amount of copper tripeptide is going to cost you? So somebody said 450. Let's see, any other guesses? 500. Well, if that amount was $450, this mask, this is enough for one mask. This mask would be $450. So no, it's not that much. Now, if I was to show you guys how we make our liposome, so this is GHKCU copper tripeptide. So this is a large batch of GHKCU copper tripeptide 1. So you guys see how blue it is? Because copper peptide is actually blue in color. It's blue in color. So I want you guys to guess, relatively speaking, how much do you think this costs to go into the mask? How much do you think this costs? If I was to sell this amount right here, how much do you think this is? So you guys have two prices to put in there while I'm mixing. So I'm gonna add our copper tripeptide to our mask. I see 227. No, I want you guys to really think about it. If I'm making a hair mask, can I sell this one 12-ounce jar of hair mask for $227? I want you guys to really put it into perspective. Of course, it's not going to be hundreds of dollars because it's going into the mask. Now, when you think about a hair product, one hair product can run from Elite Hair Care anywhere between $13.99 and $27.99. This hair mask is actually $18.99. So if now you know the hair mask is $18.99 when it launches on March 1st, how much do you think that peptide costs to go in here? You said $85. That means that this one jar is going to be $85. No, you guys. So that small amount that you just saw me put in of the active, we call these actives, okay? So that small amount that you saw me put into the mask, which is the GHKCU copper tripeptide, that is about $2 worth of GHKCU copper tripeptide 1. Now, $2 of an active that is less than a teaspoon in size should tell you that that is extremely expensive. 1 teaspoon is $2. So if the mask is $18.99, that 1 teaspoon of GHKCU copper tripeptide or peptide is $2. That wasn't even a whole teaspoon, okay? And then this collection is also powered by rosemary essential oil. When I tell you, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then also with, I would say Taiwanese, but I don't think that's the word. But it's red algae all the way from Taiwan. It's actually sourced and grown in Taiwan. So we use red algae as a part of this collection as well. So this collection is not only a peptide-backed collection, but it is also a growth stimulator. It is also backed with rosemary, which is great. It's a great antimicrobial. It helps to stimulate growth. It strengthens the hair. It does everything other than wash your clothes and vacuum your floor. I'm just like, okay, that's that. Like, if relatively speaking, when we're talking about actives that go into one sample of a product, this is 12 ounces of mask. When we talk about an active, actives are a couple cents to anything less than 50 cents in a product. That little less than teaspoon amount of copper peptide is $2. Now the big bottle, this big bottle here, this can easily be sold for $300 to $400. Easy. So we haven't actually added our peptide liposome to our private label site where you're able to purchase things in wholesale and bulk to make your own products. But that is how much that liposome costs. That's not even a quarter of a gallon. So what's a quarter of a gallon? What's a gallon? 128? Okay, 128 divided by 4. Let me do my math. 32 ounces? Okay, there we go. So 32 ounces. That's 32 ounces between $300 and $400. Now y'all know I don't really skim things. I've always been one of those people where my pros, we're rich bitches. Okay. We don't skim with hair care. So I don't skim with my formulation. So that is what powers our African Goddess collection. Copper peptide, rosemary essential oil. and red algae all the way from Taiwan, actually grown and sourced in Taiwan. Or sourced and grown, same thing. You said, am I cooking? I mean, I know how. That was in my old life. That was in my old life. That was in my old life. Anyway, I don't know why you say that out loud, because now I'm literally cracking up, because I'm like, why did I say that out loud? That was in my former life. That was my former life. So our new advanced follicle repair and recovery mask is actually going to be a part of our newest recovery system that does not launch until March 1st. Yes, the mask will be available as a standalone, of course, but it's actually a part of our moisture imbalance 90-day recovery system, where this is going to help to bring the hair back, of course, into the anagen phase of the hair growth cycle. It's going to help to strengthen the hair. It's going to help to repair the elasticity in the hair. For all of my naturals out there who you've lost a lot of your elasticity, this is what is going to be the support. That's what our African Goddess collection is all about. It's about supporting the growth and strength and health of the actual follicle, starting at the scalp, not just the strand. Not just the strand. So this is not just about moisture, right? Because a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, I need that moisture imbalance recovery. I need that. Oh my gosh, I need that. When really you need follicle level support. And that is what I'm building, follicle level support. I do science-backed hair care. I don't just do hair care that sound nice and it's so pretty and it look good. That's stupid. You got a lot of that in the store right now. This is why when Crystal's in Walmart and my whole onboarding process is over and you see my products in there, baby, they have to put me next to the pros. They can't put me next to the retailers, okay? I'm not a retailer. While I'm in retail, I am a manufacturer who also has the ability to formulate, manufacture, distribute, and produce all in one house. So now that I'm done mixing, this is our new advanced follicle repair hair mask, a part of the African Goddess collection. Now, if you guys notice, there's no color in here. You guys didn't hear me say anything about a fragrance because there's no fragrance in here. This entire collection is a clean collection. The reason why I'm so excited to talk about it being a clean collection is because in the ethnic community, in the textured hair community, we don't get clean products. That's not really a thing. Sulfate-free, phthalate-free, paraben-free, dye-free, mica-free. We don't have a lot of that when we talk about hair care. So this was a huge thing for me because I wanted to make sure that my collection was going to stand against those that are considered behind the counter and not in front of the counter. You know, when you go to the pharmacy, you can buy Tylenol in front, but if you want that extra strength, you want that boost, baby, you got to talk to the pharmacist. You got to talk to the pharmacist. You can't just go and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go get that. No, you got to talk to the pharmacist. Yes. So this baby launches on March 1st. It is also going to be a part of the moisture imbalance recovery system, which is our 90-day system. So you have access to her come March the 1st. Y'all get ready. If anybody knows anything about Crystal's products. Yes! Aren't you excited? Thank you. Let's just say it, guys. You a bad mama jamma. Thank you. Shout out to everybody who's joining in. So yes, this is the reason why the product is actually white. If you look at any one of the African Goddess products, there is no colorants in them. They are naturally fragranted with essential oil rather than fragrance, which is why we can say that they are phthalate free, why I can also make the claims that they are sulfate free. All of our shampoos and body products are sulfate free. This is also dye-free and mica-free. There's a difference between dyes and micas. Micas are powders, dyes are liquids. Dyes are synthetic, whereas micas are natural ground. Right? Micas are safer for the skin than dyes, but of course they make skin safe and hair safe dye. I did not want that in my product. I wanted this product to be really a wholesome product that did not have to worry about any of the things that have been put into a million of the products that we use now, and then you wonder why your hair is dehydrated, why your hair is shedding, why your hair is breaking. Because a lot of these products, when they go beside each other or in front of each other or behind each other, they have adverse reactions. And fragrance's adverse reaction is too much fragrance dehydrates the skin and the hair. I don't care how good your fragrance is. I pray my finances will allow me to purchase this product. I do too, Paula. Come on now, come on now. Thanks for your aunties and your beautiful blackness. God bless you and your loved ones. I've enjoyed this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this baby is going to actually be in the salon with me tomorrow, and I'll be using this on one or two of my clients, whoever actually needs it, because you guys know my hair care is really customized. But this is what I'll be using on some of my clients, so you guys will be able to join and see how it really works on the hair, what it does for the hair. And any one of our hair masks automatically is gonna leave that hair nice and soft and smooth and silky and sleek. Where can I find your products? Star, can you put it there for me? I would greatly appreciate it. Star will put it in the chat for ya. All right, y'all. So now that that is ready, y'all take a screenshot. Take a screenshot so you know. Take a screenshot. The only thing is her cap, we are deciding if we want her cap to be gold or we want her cap to be black. So I want you guys to vote in the chat. Do you like the black cap? Let me get a gold one. Hold on. Where is the gold? Oh. So do you guys like the black cap or do you like the gold cap? Ooh, that gold is elevated T. Gold cap? Oh, me forget to say you're blind. Come. So gold cap or black cap? You say gold? Everybody on here is also saying gold. Gold is also giving luxury. I gotta give y'all a joke. Come here. Let me give y'all an inside joke. Come on over here, sister. So this is my best friend since I was 17 years old. So while she is actually my warehouse manager and she takes care of all these things, she's also my best friend who I met in cosmetology school. So she was a barber and then I went to cosmetology, and one day we met and you know, it just kind of happened from there. But we have this joke within our own house. So the other day, all the kids were in the house, and I turned to them and I said, hey, and no offense to anybody, I want y'all to take no offense to this. I was like, hey, who's whiter, me or her? Do you know that every single one of the kids, she has like 25 kids.
30.
And then 30. I'm 30, sorry, true. I missed 5. And then I have 4. And then Andy was standing right there too. And every single person, Nikki and Marquise, they were like, Crystal, you're whiter than her.
She knows more white music than I do.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
She talks better than I do.
No, I do not.
She definitely is. If we had the kids here, they would let y'all know.
She's no good, y'all. My kids were like,
hair. I do
my
hair.
kids, and she actually braids Alex's hair for me. Listen, my kids were like, no, mommy, you're whiter than her. Like, oh my God.
Because they don't know mommy's voice when she worked at where she worked at before.
Do you want the strip club? You can tell them.
Yeah. Mommy was a stripper. Mommy was a stripper. She told us all we know.
We're 2 diversity models. See, I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, you guys. So they've decided that the gold is the divine color.
It is beautiful.
It is. It is. So the label has the copper peptide sign on the side. I designed this entire label, by the way, you guys. I actually designed this. I actually designed it and executed the design on that entire collection. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Anyhow, so that is the reason why I made sure that everything that needed to be seen, like even as small as the quote on the side, it says it supports accelerated scalp and strand recovery. It is a copper peptide infused intensive treatment, dye-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free. It's all here. Scared the hell out of me. This is our new advanced follicle repair mask made with copper peptides. This releases on May 1st, on March 1st. So you guys take a screenshot, Do you have products for curly hair? Absolutely. Our Moist Repair collection is going to be for curly hair. Also, our Hydra Plus Daily Moisture Cream is going to be for curly hair. Our Frizz Control is going to be for curly hair. If you want, I can pin them for you. Just let me know. I'll pin the collection for you. Yes, I like the gold. I really like the gold. I really, really like the gold. All right, so let's get back to work because the girl is really, what is that? Carbopol? Yes, I needed that. Ooh, thank you.
It's spelled carbon.
Well, it's really, the real name is Carbopol, but Carbomer is the second name. So I'm making 2 versions for my client. So you guys get to see me working with both. Let me close this back door because this powder is everywhere. All right, so I'm not gonna talk anything about the measurements or anything like that, mainly because this, of course, is not my formulation, nor do I ever really talk about measurements anyway, so that doesn't really matter. But we will also talk about the ingredients that I'm using. The ingredients are really the most important part of this process. So if you don't know the ingredients, then you can't really do anything. So we're gonna start with the first formulation. I actually draft out my formulas, and each time I send a formula to a client, it becomes a new formulation serial number. So I have control to make sure what worked, what didn't work, why this worked, where that worked, and where that worked. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Yes, ma'am? Okay, how's it going? Okay, I'm gonna call you back in a little while. Okay, all right. This is my mama. Whew. Copper is rarely featured in hair care products, but most needed. Crystal, you are a crown jewel of hair care. Thank you. Pin it? Sure. Let me pin it for you. Okay, I just pinned it. It is product number 1 on the screen. There we go. It's product number 1 on the screen. All right, y'all, let's get started. So I'm going to measure out first the water. When you're making gels, it's actually a 2-step process, a 2-part process. So you use water more than anything else, but you need a certain amount of water for each phase. Thank you. I bought products before and loved them. Thank God I found you again. Thank you, Social. All right, so let's go ahead and measure out the water. All right, so I got our first part of the water. Oh. coming, y'all. This thing is so hard to freaking open. I can't stand it. Probably should have put some in a smaller container. I have to change my gloves again. There we go. Anytime I have to open this, I struggle. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, that thing is so aggravating. Jeez. I did all of that to get this amount of powder, literally. Okay, let's go ahead and measure out our second amount of water. So that's the first amount. The second amount, this is going to be to hydrate our hold. All right, so this is going to be to hydrate our hold. So this is going to be Formula 1, and then I'm going to measure out for Formula 2 at the same time. It's going to be Formula 2. All right, so this will be Formula 2. And then for Formula 3, let me go and get another measuring cup. And this will be for Formula 3. All right, so this one is Formula 3. Let me move these out of my way. It's another thing when I'm like working, I have to have organization or I cannot function for nothing on this planet. And then here's the water for the rest of Formula 3. So my client is gonna get 3 variations. Every time we do a variation, I try to send 3 formulas for testing so that my client has the ability to be, get a faster turnaround time. And also we're not trying to wait on one sample at a time. That drives me nuts. Waiting on one sample at a time when you're trying to get this formulation established, no, cannot do it. All right, so what I like to do, because I know that I'm doing 3 formulations, I'm gonna number them. So this will be 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, because they easily get mixed up. So for those of you wondering, what am I doing? What am I making? Why am I measuring? Why am I mixing? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? I am making samples for my client who I'm building a curl definition cream for. And this is the third phase of the sampling. So that is what I'm doing. That's why you guys see me sitting here doing all this crazy stuff. All right, so we're gonna do one formula at a time. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for shouting me out. Nicole, of course it will. Come on now. All right, so I'm going to do one formulation at a time. All right, so we're gonna allow this to hydrate. I'm also going to add in a thickener that I'm testing. So every time my client gets a sample, the purpose of the sample is for her to test it out based on what her specifications are. So if she says that she wants it to have more hold, she wants it to have less hold, that's what it's for. All right, so now that I've already put that together, I have to use my stick blender to blend out the first variation, which this is what starts the gel process. Now over here, I'm gonna hydrate the fixant. That's what we call it, fixant. Is this new? Yeah, this is for a customer, a client. I'm actually formulating for her, so this is not for me. But I have to hydrate the fixant. What makes this actually have a hold, you hydrate it before you actually put it into the product. So I'm going to allow it to hydrate while I blend out my gel base. Okay. Super important that I don't So this is what I'm allowing to hydrate before I put it into my gel. This is what gives the hair hold. This is what holds your curls. So you gotta hydrate this first. All right, so you guys are gonna hear a loud noise for a moment because I have to use my stick blender for this. So this has to be blended out completely. There can't be any lumps or clumps, because if there's lumps or clumps in this phase, there will be lumps or clumps in the actual gel. All right, so now we have this blended out. So this is not a gel yet, you guys. It does not become a gel until we actually add the additive that creates a gelatinous texture. That's how gels start. They start just like this. So right now, yes, it has a gelatinous feel to it already, but this is nowhere near hair gel ready. Nowhere near. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm going to put this in a different cup. So this is what starts the gel. As I add this in there, it starts to make the gel thicker and thicker and thicker. That is exactly how this works. Now it is forming into a gel. But in order for a gel to actually be a gel, it goes by pH. So while I'm blending and mixing this, I still have to test the pH as I go to make sure that I hit the benchmark of the actual requirement for this to be a gel and not actually break. Yeah, you guys, share the screen now. Share it. Share this with your family. Share this with your friends. Tell them that you're over here learning science. You're learning about how hair products are made. Because people are so afraid to tell you. I don't know why, but, you know. To each his own. All right, so what I'm going to do is use my spatula, because this one is a lot thicker. Because I have to make sure that everything is mixed in here. All right, let me get my pH tester. So I actually like to use pH testing strips rather than the pH testing machine. It's easy for me to read. I have a better understanding of it. The pH machine, it has to be calibrated, and there's days where you don't even know if it's calibrated or not. You're gonna be miserable. So rather than me sit here and try to figure it out, I just like to use my pH testing strips. I can already tell it's still not at a high enough pH. And my client is very conscious of the pH that she wants, so I have to make sure that I don't go over the benchmark, but it has to be a certain pH for it to actually be a gel too. So that's the part that we have to also pay attention to. All right, so we have our hold over here. I'm going to add some hydrant to this. A natural hydrant is vegetable glycerin. You can use so many different kinds. I'm gonna use some vegetable glycerin. Doesn't really require much. Let me make sure I ain't missing nothing on here. Oh no, okay. I mean, the pH isn't bad. I think it still needs to be a little higher. And she was very specific that she didn't want the pH to be very high because she's dealing with textured hair. So that was super important, that the pH is not too high, because it also changes the hair texture, the density. Let me see. All right, so let's add our hold in here. All right, let me get some jars for it. Okay, so I'm gonna just stick this little label on the side so I can label them before I ship them. I'll probably stick it to the bottom. So this is sample number 1. So that's sample 1. All right, we're gonna move that to the side. Now we're gonna go to number 2. Thank you, Sheila. How are you? Is your schedule open for September? I don't open my schedule that far ahead. So we are open for March right now. March. Okay. let me hydrate my hold here. I'm actually gonna do the same amount of hold. Okay, so we got our hold hydrating here. We're gonna go ahead and go in with our, I use a lot of these, a lot. 008. So what you guys see me putting in here, these are thickeners. They're natural thickeners. So I'm doing this second sample a little backwards compared to how I did the first sample. I'm thickening the water first, or adding my thickener into the water first, and then going to add in my gel maker and see if that makes it an even thicker formula. So we're gonna try it backwards. I like to write everything down because when it's time for my client to then take this formulation, I have to be able to write this formula exactly the way that I did it. All right, so our water is slightly thicker, as you guys can tell, so a lot richer in consistency. So now I'm going to add my gel maker. All right, so we got our gel maker in here. I have a feeling this one is going to be a lot thicker than the other one. I think I'll have to go buy a new one of this. Okay. Now we're gonna change the pH. Hold on, pros. Let me go and get wash this spatula. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. I can always tell if it's not going to be enough. In this case, that's definitely not enough, but I like to blend it out first to make sure that I'm not crazy. Put way too much in here, so I'm not going to use all of it. I'll start with that. I'm a little bug person. It's disturbing me. Y'all know why it's not getting thick? Can anybody guess what mistake I just made? Why it's not getting thick and I know I'm not crazy? This is why when I'm making stuff, I have to put everything to the side when I'm done with it. Why I just put rosemary essential oil in it? Oh my gosh. Now I gotta go start all over again. Good thing I'm only right here at this part of the process. Girl, I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is that smell? No, I'm thinking that I'm putting in something else. I'm putting in rosemary essential oil and trying to get that. Oh. I don't even know how I did that because that cup looked brand spanking new. Tell me that that wasn't just the craziest thing ever. All right, y'all, we're gonna do it again. I can't believe that I just put essential oil as gel base, Lord. It happens a lot more often than you think. Or more often than you think. Let me say it the right way. It's okay, you got this. Thank you. Listen, this happens way more often than you think. I promise you that. Yeah. Why? Oh no, I'm fine. This is the part that drives me berserk. Having to hydrate this xanthan gum. I had to do it fast. Y'all see, I tried to catch it. I tried. You know when you're trying to do something like, I'm gonna get it because it's so thick, and then you find out that it wasn't. It sucks. All right, let's see if I got it. I'm just making sure that I don't have any bits in there, because that's the worst thing to have is a bitty bitty gel. Lord. All right, let's see. So far, so good? All right. That's the fix. That's the new fix. That's gonna go there. And then we are going to now use the right one in a new cup. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. See how it's getting thicker now compared to when I put rosemary essential oil in there. Thank you, Daffy. And thank you, Sheila, for being holding it down over here, girl. All right, Sheila, I just made you a moderator, my girl. Thank you so much over here on the tea, on the tea. All right, let's add some more. Part of me says I might need to add a touch more to this, but I'm trying to control this. I added no, I'm gonna order, make some different ones. me see where the pH is right now before I add anything else. All right, I'm gonna wait a second to make sure that this pH isn't too high already before I go and say, I don't think it's high enough, but I'm waiting to see. So right now, the pH is between a 6 and a 5, which that's the pH that we're trying to stay within that parameter, but it's not thick enough. So that is why I'm putting a little at a time. Like, this thing can quickly change the pH a little too quick. And then I end up in like the 8s and the 9s, and that's not where I want to go. That's why you see me doing it very, very slow. And then I write down exactly what I added. I'm waiting. Because it's a gel, it doesn't really. I could have mixed it with water too, but I try not to do it that way, even though the pH of water is perfect. I want to see it without it. That one's more of a 6. It's kind of about a 6.5. This is how gel really, this is the whole process. Do you add citric acid to bring the pH down? In hair gel, you don't use citric acid. It actually breaks the gel. Hair gel, you don't use citric acid. That's why it's best you take your time at this stage of the process and really just go slow until you get to the place where your pH is right, rather than going past it. I can tell the pH is almost where it should be. So the pH of an actual hair gel is supposed to be an 8. The thing is, my client does not want the gel to be an 8. So what I'm trying to do is keep it under somewhere around a 7, but at a 7, for the kind of hold that she wants, this will never do it. But I'm gonna send her a sample so that she can see what this pH is like. The pH of a gel is supposed to be around an 8, somewhere between a 7 and an 8. But I like to always, I want to meet the benchmark that she wants first, and then show her what that benchmark entails. So this part right here, it's not my favorite, because I know where I'm supposed to be, but I'm pushing the limits. Does the pH go higher because of the amount of gel you have to put in it? No, so the pH in gel is made by a product called TEA. That's what also forms the gel, right? But TEA is what changes the pH in the gel formula. Because remember, gel formula is gel fix and water. And then you add TEA, and that changes the pH drastically. And it can also be very subtle. I'm doing it the subtle way because I'm trying to get like literally right at the benchmark of 8, but lower. So this part of the process is just very slow, but as you notice, the gel starts to form more and more and more. That's how you can tell when you know you're at a pH that's extremely close to where, see me just touching this, I'm almost there, if not past it. Just waiting. Oh, look at that. Almost there. I'm like right under a 7-8. See? Right there. I'm just gonna let it sit for another second. I'm right there, literally, right where I wanted it to go. I'm literally at a 7 to 8. So we're gonna leave it right where it is. See? Gel. All right, so now I'm gonna add my fixant in here. This is what gives it the hold. And then I'm gonna add my glycerin. Yeah, I was thinking about it because everything on it is gold. All right, so this is my mix with glycerin and more of the fix-it because I'm gonna give it a harder hold. Again, different variations for her to have range so that she can try out each one and say, I like that, I don't like this, I don't like that. We kill more birds with one stone. Oh yeah, this one is thick. Even trying to mix it, my hand is like, whoa. Oh, this one is super sticky and super thick. Look at that. It's almost like a gel custard. Okay, so I have to put some preservative. That's our preservative. So this baby, anything that has water in it has to have a preservative, y'all. Just so everybody know. Anything that has water has to have a preservative. Now, what type of preservative you use, that is your choice. Water gel. I think she's gonna love this one. As much work has gone into this one, I think she's gonna love this one. So I'm adding a fragrance to this one and also an extract. So she can now see what it's like with a fragrance as well. Because remember, everything can break down your gel. So now is the time when I have to start adding in the fragrances and extracts to make sure that this formula doesn't break. So I'm adding some peanut papaya. Ooh, it smells good. Y'all see that? Hold on. Y'all see how the gel got even more firm? What y'all think? Y'all think she gonna like this one compared to the other one? I want you guys to put a 1 in the chat if you think she'll like number 1 better, or put a 2 in the chat if you think she'll like number 2 better. We use a plant-based preservative. It's more gentle. 2? I said 2 as well. The only difference is I would use a water-based formula, water-based fragrance instead of an oil-based. But we're gonna see how she like this one. Oh yeah, this one is like a custard, like nice and thick. But the third one is going to be even thicker because I got a gel fixative that is 2 times as thick as the ones that you just saw me using. I'm talking like super duper thick. So let's see how it works. All right, so this is number 2. Y'all see how much work going into making these samples? This is not an easy task, y'all. This is not an easy task. That's why I get paid the bucks. That's why I get paid the bucks. You see what I'm saying? Ew. Okay. All right. No. These have been used. Let me put them over there. My pipette. Got my TEA. TEA, that's fixed. Got my water for my fix right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pre-hydrate my water with glycerin. I'm gonna pre-hydrate it. I know y'all sitting here like, Crystal, this is like real chemistry. Yes. In my former years, when I used to mix up that thing. I used to be in the kitchen. What? You know, I had to make the money somehow. These kids don't feed themselves. You know, back in my day of, go and get the money, go and get the money. Go and get the money, go and get the money. Holy cow. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm done. so we got our fix here. I'm gonna let this hydrate for a moment. We got our water here, so we're gonna go ahead and start adding in our thickeners. Those are done, don't need those. Got that, got this. Garbage. Garbage. All right, so for this one, I think I'm going to scale backwards because I feel like that was too. Copper peptides, baby, yes. We were making a sample of our new peptide hair mask earlier. Now I'm making a sample of hair gel for my client. Or samples. I have a strange feeling that this one is going to be so gelatinous. And I'm so excited to see how gelatinous it's going to get. Real nerd over here, just so y'all know. All right. Let's see. This baby here is thick. It was thick just taking it out of the bag. Okay, let's do it. So I am going to start at what I had originally. All right, y'all, let's see. Just that fast. I'm literally at the baseline number. I haven't even added anything and we're already right here. I can smell that peanut papaya. All right, let's add some more. I already know the pH ain't there yet. I can just tell by how it looks. It's moving too fast. I'm gonna check it anyway, just because for sake of knowledge, I wanna see where it is. But I already have this very strange feeling that it is nowhere near where it needs to be. Oh, I lied. Shit. Sorry, y'all. I lied. Damn, that was fast. It's still not even where it needs to be, though. pH gonna have to be higher. Let me see where I am right now. We'll check it. Not a little over a 7. It's about an 8. We're at an 8 right now. So. But I'm gonna leave it because that is where she wants it, to be below that, so I don't want to go over that. I'm gonna add our hold. That's a gel. Look at that. See, it came together. It did. Ooh, this thing is super thick. All right, so I'm gonna get a water-based fragrance now. This is called water-soluble fragrance. Because some oils, fragrance oils, they change the color of the gel. So let's see if it changes the color, which it shouldn't, not drastically. Okay, now as you guys have seen 1, 2, and 3, Which one do you think she's gonna like the best? 1, 2, or 3? Ooh, this thing is thick. Look at that. Fuck. See when you're moving ahead? Hold on, y'all. Moving ahead, dog. Look at that. Moving too fast. Guess what I didn't do? Preserve it. You can't do nothing without preserving it. It has no use without preservative. Oh, y'all can't see how thick that is, can you? Hold on. Let me put this little bit that's left. No, yes, this is thick. Crystal, you need to have on your white lab coat and glasses. I have them over there. My lab coat is actually black because I'm always dirty. But my lab coat is over there. It's hung up. It's too hot to put that on. And I actually have my lab glasses over there too. I can't stand wearing them. Whew. What can one use instead of the pills to reduce and prevent DHT? What brand? So our Super G Vital Growth, or our Vital Growth, is actually made with plant-based DHT blockers such as saw palmetto. So this is a curl gel, a curl defining gel. It's not for your edges, it's for curl definition. Ugh. Wowzer. That is so tiring. All right, so that's gonna go in the mail. Let me close these up. So let me put this stuff back. Laura, before you turn off the shipping computer, let me know, because I need to do a label. I said, but yeah, before you turn off the computer, let me know. Don't close out ShipStation. I need to make a label. All right, so I'm just cleaning up my work area. And we're gonna run and go do these little bit of dishes. All right, y'all. Thank you, Sheila. Well, let me finish washing these dishes. Okay. Love you. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Oh, I have the show tonight. I have the show tonight. Mm-hmm. Oh, hi. Hi, Faye. How you doing? I'm well, thank you. Oh, he's doing well. Big as usual. The rest of them aren't babies. The other three are apparently they're adults or something. Oh yes. Yeah. So what did they say? So is it an induced coma or self-induced? Yeah. And that's not the other kind of motor skills that they're always talking about, right? Is that the same? Right. I understand. So kind of like a seizure or a stroke. In a sense. Well, that's good. Yeah. Right. 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 Mhm. Right. 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 All right, I'm gonna call you guys back in a little while. Okay, I'm washing the dishes up. Okay, I love you guys. All right. Okay, mommy. Love you, mommy. Bye. Ooh, washing dishes is my pet peeve. I can't stand it. It looks like it's enjoyable. I'm in misery washing these dishes. I have never been excited to wash these dishes. But everything gotta be clean. You can't run a facility and not have good manufacturing practices. That's very important. A part of good manufacturing practices is sanitation. Don't I sound like one? Y'all ever seen those Indian doodoo kitchen videos? Steve, you watch the doodoo kitchen videos? Doodoo kitchen. That's the Indian videos with the food. You ain't never seen those? In India, when they making food for people on the street, Indian street food, they best. Everything. It don't matter what it is. They call it doodoo kitchen. Doodoo kitchen. That's what it say. Doodoo kitchen. Oh Lord. Every time I watch it, I cringe. Thank you. I'm like, bro, how do y'all not have E. coli, Ebola, everything in one? So this thing that I'm washing, this is a drum mixer. You attach it to the drum and it mixes everything in the drum, but it takes about maybe half an hour. I wouldn't call this a high-speed mixer, but it's enough speed. Thank you, Sheila. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's live, working with me, formulating these gels. I'm actually on the show tonight, so I'll be leaving here in a few minutes to go get myself together. If you guys haven't already done so, definitely check out Afro TV on the other platforms you can watch live. We got 3 pieces left. Boy, I'm counting down the minutes. Annette, I'm using your Bio Boost product line for a year now, and I'm wondering if I should start using a different product. Can you elaborate on it? So tell me, Annette, what are you experiencing? We know you have nice density and volume. That's good, because that's what the Biotin Boost collection does. But what other issues are you experiencing? Thank you for the heart. Yes, Lord. No, I can't do no more dishes. I ain't doing it. My hair grows very slow. Sheila, my hair is doing great. And I feel as though maybe I should be using another product to grow my hair even faster. So I know you want fast growth, but we're gonna focus more on steady and consistent. Fast growth doesn't always equate to healthy hair. Just as fast as it grows in. So that's another reason why I'm saying yes, fast growth, but we want steady and consistent growth. So what I would suggest is, since you've been using the biotin collection, I would suggest switching over to either the growth and density recovery kit, where you get a multitude of products that are going to be able to be cocktailed for 90 days, rather than you just switching to a new collection. What you need to do is cocktail. Cocktailing is really where it all is. Because you can say, okay, today, remember, your wash day is depicted by what my hair is doing today. What is it that my hair needs today? Not what my hair needs next Thursday, what my hair needs next week. What is it that my hair is doing right now that requires more attention? Is it shedding? Is it thinning? Yes, I want fast growth. Yep, we do. But what else is it that your hair needs? And then that is the reason why the recovery systems give you a better opportunity to care for your hair without trying to wonder if just this one product is going to do it, this one collection. I want you guys to get out of the thought of, okay, it's just this one thing right here is going to fix the problem. It's not. So I would say the growth and density recovery system, seeing as though you already have the biotin boost collection, the growth and density system actually carries way more than the biotin boost in it. So I think you definitely benefit from that more. So what I'm doing is just putting the labels on some Goddess Hair Repair serums that I didn't get to finish labeling yesterday. They were bottled yesterday, but they weren't labeled. It's only what you see here on the table. That's our Goddess Hair Repair Serum. My #1 product. I'm faithful. I'm for real. And without you, I always know the deal. We been too strong for too long. Not shedding and not thinning. That's good. So the growth and density recovery system is going to be your go-to. It's not just for thinning and shedding. It's not just for that. It has everything you need for at least 90 days worth of hair care. So I'm not going to bottle any more product today. I'm really just going to clean up back here, put everything where it's supposed to go, because I'm not here tomorrow. I'm in the salon tomorrow. And I hate to leave things incomplete. That drives me nuts. So we're going to put these Goddess Hair Repair Serum on the shelf. Just what I feel. She's all faking. On the radio, you just can't be without your baby. I ain't even gonna give y'all that high note. Y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that high note. Hey! I'm sorry. Thank you, Sheila, for everyone for coming in, but I gotta run. Thank you, Sheila. See you later, girl. Thank you so much. What type of style do you recommend for a woman in her late 50s who has always gotten her hair straightened? Honestly, I think you'd love K-tips. That still allows you to get your hair straightened or have your hair straight, but it adds volume and density. K-tips are awesome. I'd say K-tips any day. Especially if you like to keep your hair straight, but you want that volume and density, K-tips all the way. So I offer what we call luxury hair extensions. All of my hair extension services are still geared around hair care. So that includes K-tips, that includes micro links. We call them invisible micro links. That includes invisible tape-ins, because every single one of them allow you to still take care of your hair in between, which is super important. So for everybody who's been asking, where am I located? I am in Orlando, Florida. And yes, I am accepting new clients at the moment. Once I get to a certain number, I won't. I still have to be able to service these clients. All right, y'all, let me put y'all onto my little tripod here, because we're about to go and put these items away. So y'all hold on. Let me touch that. I have a million tripods, just so everybody's aware, so don't feel like you're crazy. Like, well, dang, Crystal, how many tripods you got? 1,000 of them. Hundreds of thousands of tripods. Literally. You know what? Before I go away from back here, oh Lord. So when you guys always hear me talking about Big Bertha, that big thing over there that starts from that corner over there all the way to that corner over there, that is Big Bertha. She sorts, bottles, caps, labels, heat shrinks, loads off. And then all of this equipment that you see right here, that is other bottling equipment that we have. And then I have racks up there with equipment that we've retired but still have. See my pros, you guys already know. Over here on my TikTok family, you're new here. Welcome. And then over here, so all of back here, those are butters and oils and emollients and waxes. And then over there, we have more oils and raw materials and surfactants and all that stuff, and oils and drums. And then we have more oils and surfactants and all that thing in drums over here. And then we have product in drums over here. We got a lot. We got a lot. Can you believe I built this from the ground up? Well, not the building, the business. The business. Whew. All right, so we're gonna go and unload all of these Goddess hair repair serums without me crashing into a shelf of some sort. So we've switched the shelves where these back shelves are now for just serums. So as we produce, they go into these shelves where they have more space than before. They didn't have so much space before. We were sharing shelves because we had so many products. So now when we do production, each serum has 2 to 3 shelves, and then we box the rest. But y'all know we just had that sale over the weekend. Listen, that sale was brutal. Can't you tell? Look at the shelves. Do y'all see anything? Do y'all see anything? God is good though. God is good. Don't stop reading. Bye-bye. Ooh, you smell it. I need you to make a label for me. Give me a piece of paper. I'm gonna show you what to make.
Girls, they caught the boy.
What boy?
The one that grew up with my boys. Are you still alive?
The one from the park. Really? Today?
You still alive?
Yep. In ship station, search this lady.
Okay.
You'll see the most recent one that we shipped. Open that one, and then in little 3 dots, you can put new order, so it'll make an open one.
Okay.
And then 17 ounces, and then you'll put here's the name.
Ship label?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what the items are that you're just gonna put names, just make names. Huh? The 17 ounces is the weight of the whole thing. No, that's the item name. Sample 400, 500, 600. Look up at the top on the menu part. You see new order. Use that. Do me a favor. Put 2 of those labels on that for me. Oh, so it's already, then you can pull it out of the queue and do it. All right, y'all, let's get in the shipping label and the sample labels. So each sample has a number because whenever my clients are rating their samples, they have to have the sample number and the sample date so that we can keep track of all the samples and the performance of each one. So those are all gonna go into a box. Let's go get a box. Ah. You give me a 664 box. Print what out? Oh, I got African Goddess shampoo and conditioner. Oh, Lord. Come on. Man down. Man down. Oh, this is the Goddess hair first, yeah. You can do it tomorrow. Liquid gold, baby, liquid gold. Let me let my client know some samples are on the way. It's possible, but usually shimmer goes into a more liquefied version, not the version that we're using. Okay, y'all. Did I work hard? Sure did.
Nope.
Unlike some people, you know, she don't really do much. But anyway. It don't like you. That's why. It don't like you. Told you. As I said.
Almost. Yeah, this is the last one. I was just doing this one. Trying to get it out.
Y'all, if y'all can't tell that I'm tired, nothing will tell you I'm tired. Anyway, pros, oh, I'm about to head out. I gotta go get myself together for tonight's show. This is coming out this week. I think I'm gonna either do it a little bit shorter or I'm gonna do it longer.
Bring out Dora.
I might just wear Dora for a little bit too, yeah.
Gotta cover them BBs.
See, I'm gonna bring it out and make it longer, or I'm gonna make it shorter.
Do a side part.
I'm no damn side part.
Do a side part.
I'm grown. You heard me?
Yeah.
I'm grown. A little side part. I'm grown. Oh, Lord.
You said that from the bottom or something.
You gotta take it out your stomach. And I took 2 shampoo, 2 conditioner total. I have to ask for permission from my manager here if I can take anything out of here.
She's doing 5-finger discount. So,
I don't steal.
can't do that. She has to work for herself.
I just wanna rock you. Hey, can you mind your business? Mind your business. Mind your business.
Look at that. Look at that.
Listen, you and me both.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks great.
Thanks.
Look.
The new one?
No, that's one of our clients.
Oh, that's her. Oh, okay.
His, no, that's
Yeah,
the.
that's the dude. Okay.
Yeah. Ain't that nice?
Yeah, it is. What is that?
That's his foam stuff. Beard foam.
Oh. Was like fragrance or cleans it? What does it do?
He more uses it for hairline, and also his clients can use it for cleansing their beards.
Yeah.
Sorry, one of our private labeling clients' products. Can't show you guys this bottle because we have to actually finish production, but when it comes, it comes. It does, right? Here it is. Mm-hmm. The metallic, the matte color. So nice looking, so nice. Listen, now Now go away. You're done? I'm ready to go. You take forever. I don't want to look like Judge Million. That's why I'm not getting a side part.
Why? Let's see that side part.
I don't know damn side part.
Do it. It look cute on side part. Because you keep the same middle part.
Hey, don't worry about me and my part. It don't bother me.
We can tell. You love it. She loves it.
Listen, but you don't remember at one point it used to be, dang, Kristen, you can't not put the hair in your face. Now when I don't put the hair in my face and I wear a middle part, can you wear something else? I can't, please, don't leave me alone. So one of the guys at the studio purchases product from me all the time, and I've been promising to bring him some of our African Goddess collection. So I'm packing it in a bag for him so I can't get any more in trouble. But every day I go to the studio, he's like, I forgot. All right, can you print out the paper? I gotta go.
I did already now. Thank you.
Hey, don't be disrespectful. What?
This lady wanted to come with you.
You call her.
You call her. I told her to call you.
You can talk to them. You be so afraid to talk to them. Talk to them.
No comprende.
Every time somebody come here, she want to rush off.
Yeah. You gotta talk back. Especially if I ain't got no lashes. You can't see me.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm about to go get myself together, get me something to eat. I hope everybody enjoyed today's live. Yesterday, I just had a fruit platter.
Girl, I made some nachos last night.
Ooh, how did that go?
Good, but I ain't eat nothing all day.
Bro, same thing. He said, am I cooking? I mean, I know how. That was in my old life. Right? And I want you guys to really tell me how, bro. Same thing. He said, am I cooking? I mean, I know how. That was in my old life. And sourced in Taiwan. Well, this is actually a lot for one product, but in this particular form, this is considered a liposome. So we actually...
Come on, put this up in your car. Come on, man.
make this liposome in-house. Bye, y'all.